cannot tag today because I tagged already, but I tag another group, so I don't know.
I'm gonna see. Once I see it live here, I will.
Alright, there we're live here.
I'll see if I can.
Let me see.
Let me see if I can tag everyone.
That I can, but not.
Let's see here. Hey, there we are.
Jared, you're live.
There we go.
Okay. So welcome to live question and answer. We're going to take a moment today to speak about really cool things we have for all of you after this New Year, New You, and also, of course, answer all of your questions. All right. We have Cebu today joining. Cebu is our dog. This is his playtime, but no play for today because we're here. But if you see some movement, it's because he's here waiting a little bit of attention, but our attention is with you, just in case.
All right, so
Looks little.
live Q&A.
We look like we're orange.
We're orange.
Yeah, like everything looks orange. Buenas
Maybe
tardes.
that's because you got your.
iFlux?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably why.
Yeah, it's true. We don't look that orange there in that
No.
screen.
No. We're good, huh? All right, who's out there? Who's watching live? Ligia. Buenas noches. Who else is out there?
Noches.
Watching live, watching the replay. So the idea today, go over question and answer, any questions that you have about the past 30 days, the prizes, the retreat, the Wellness Academy, anything and everything that you want to chat about. We'll let you kind of guide and take this conversation where it needs to go. Elizabeth, hello. Hello, Kathy. Patty,
Hello.
just want to let everyone know how easy it is. Use the rebounder.
Rebounder.
I love it.
How big is the package? Do you think it's like it can fit in a suitcase? I'm wondering.
Be careful.
Because I have friends coming over and I really want to get one here, but
Be careful. So Elizabeth, hello Elizabeth. Elizabeth joined us on the retreat. Maybe some of you have seen her. She shared her experience. She's been on the retreat twice already, the detox retreat that we've been talking about, and she's coming down for a third time. So hello Elizabeth.
that has
Good
to
see
say
you.
something, right? And if you haven't seen that email, go and check it out because I
Yes.
think mainly, her time is so valuable in the minutes that she's speaking about her experience, that one way of also honoring her time and her sharing with you that can literally change your life is worth listening.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, we've been doing a detox retreat. The grand prize winner is coming down during that retreat, all expenses paid. And Elizabeth, like I said, has been down now twice. She's done 2 retreats and she's coming for a third. So like Lau says, that alone speaks volumes. And as a matter of fact, there's another participant that's been on 2 retreats and she's coming down in May for her third retreat. We have 2 people that are coming for their second retreat. So we put this out first in front of a small group of people that have been engaging with us, and now we're starting to release it to the general public. So those of you that are looking for a deep, not only just physical, actually most of those conversations with Elizabeth and with Sheridan, they really didn't talk all that much about the physical detox and cleanse, which is mind-blowing. It was all energetic, emotional, and just some amazing releases. And they're walking around with a lighter jump in their step, and it's been amazing. So
Thank you.
who else? Okay, what do we got here?
Okay, so we have Jennifer, hello. Sherry, hello. Tammy.
Tammy.
We'll catch replay, of
All right.
course.
Tammy, we got some good vibes for you and your family. Big bear hugs in these times.
Yes,
And
in our prayers.
Patty says, I got one with the handles. It's large, but that makes it even better.
Okay. You like it like that, all right.
HSN for 179 really helps with lymphedema in my arm and hand. It is back to normal size. Just a lot of fun too.
Wow. And imagine just with the oh my gosh, what the rebounder. Just with the rebounder and doing this consistently, you're already seeing changes in the lymphatic system. That is huge. I mean, it might sound very simple, but thinking about it, how important it is that you have these benefits already just by rebounding. So I'm really happy, really happy for you having those results.
Kathy says, I joined a gym so I could use the sauna and was wondering if I should come home and blast after the sauna or shower right when I get out so toxins don't get reabsorbed.
I would shower because the time that you spend in the car from when you finish the sauna until you get home and blast, no, maybe even the body might even cool off already.
Yeah.
So it's better to just shower.
Yeah. And what about blasting in the sauna? Like Ashley does that all the time and she raves about it and just...
See, maybe bring one of your favorite tools to the gym and blast there. That could be a really good alternative.
Yeah, maybe you're not doing a full-on body, but at least you could isolate or rotate through some different body parts on different days.
Exactly.
Okay, so those are the comments so far.
If you have any questions, anybody here, this is the moment. This is the moment. And in the meantime, I would like to tell you about a really funny story that happened today. So if you see us scratching a lot, we have two really good reasons for scratching. The first one I will tell you now, and the other one I'll tell you later. But the first one is we went surfing Monday, and the water was full of, what is jellyfish? Like
little
this
jellyfish type organisms. They could be jellyfish, they could be what's called like sea lice, or just like little lines of tentacles that are organisms. And
so we are covered in hives of that surf session. Even though we were fully covered, they managed to sneak in between the clothes and the skin. So we have a lot of nice, very itchy hives.
Yeah, it looks like little kind of itchy rash.
So that's the first thing. We're very itchy at the moment. Second thing, I really like Anima Mundi herbals. They have amazing products, and also Mountain Rose herbals. So the thing is that you can get mucuna, which is what it's called, the dopamine bean. Dopamine bean. This, you pay money for these things. It's not that expensive, but it's maybe a little bit more for us, because when you bring it down, you have to pay taxes and stuff. So it's an expensive product, but it gives you a sense of well-being. Like, it has dopamine in itself, so you consume it as a supplement, and it's really nice, to mix it with smoothies or to mix it with your drinks, and it's just like, it just feels nice. And this dopamine bean is the #1 treatment for Parkinson as well. It's like excellent treatment for Parkinson. So it turns out that we've been extremely itchy also the days prior, since the winds started. And we didn't know what it was. We went outside to the garden to find the plant. I had to make like a full research to find the plant outside, because I knew there was something releasing the itchy things, the
And
itchy
just
parts.
for you at home, to give you an idea, itchy, kind of like a poison ivy or poison oak, where it comes in waves and it's so
Yeah.
intense. That's what we're talking of what the itchiness
Yeah.
is like.
So the thing is, I researched and I found this amazing beans in they're like outside in our yard. Everything's covered with this. It's like a vine. ¿Cómo se dice?
Yeah, fine. Yep.
Full of these really hairy beans. And I was like, oh, this is so cute, so nice. They're beautiful. And actually, my mom and I, we were looking at them like, oh, look at those beans. Aren't they beautiful? It turns out that those beans are the ones that are releasing all these little hairs. And with the wind, like, everybody's super itchy. However, the most interesting thing is that those beans are the Mucuna pruriensis beans, which is highly medicinal. What I'm talking about, the treatment for Parkinson,
The dopamine.
then the dopamine bean,
They're right here.
they're right there and it's covered full. And you pay money for those things and they're all over the place there.
Right in your backyard.
We can't grab them because they're already too hairy. And if we put our hands there, we won't probably slip of the itchiness. So, funny story.
So we found out they're harvested. So we're in a dry season now, so things dry out, and that's when a lot of course, seeds, beans, fruits, whatever, they dry, and then they release their seeds. That way, when the rains come, they start to grow. So that's what took place. Everything's drying out, and that's exactly what it is. And we've known about this. Here they call it pica pica. Pica pica, which is like itch or scratch. And we've known it. Like every year, right at this time of the year, everybody kind of gets a little bit of on their skin, and it's not that big of a deal. But the irony is it's in our backyard, and this pica pica, which is like this, what everybody here it's like, oh, it's a weed. It's no good. It's a weed.
Crazy medicinal.
It makes you itch. It's like poison ivy. And it's the coveted dopamine bean.
Anyways, just a funny story.
So we'll catch up here. We have
Yeah.
Kathy.
Okay.
I'll definitely try that. And Elizabeth says, put down a towel for your tools and oil.
Mm-hmm.
And castor oil. Thoughts for detox with castor oil pack and thoughts for skincare? Thanks.
I personally use for skincare and I love it. Absolutely love it. I normally mix it a little bit with Carrie Subari's skincare products, and the link is in today's thread, just in case. I put a little bit of that to make it last longer because I don't have access to those so easily. So I really like for skincare. For detox, I prefer other things. So I truly believe that what we're doing in our membership and what we're sharing also details step by step for the detox protocols or morning protocol, it's actually more effective because it's more consistent, it's something that is more tangible, the results. So for detox, I suggest other things.
And that's coming from personal experience because we have done certain detoxes with castor oil. So it's not just kind of we're shooting from the hip. It's we've done some.
See, I prefer something else.
Yeah.
I prefer something else.
Yeah.
But I mean, it might work for you.
Yeah. Okay, so Sunny Landis. Hello, Sunny. This month has been amazing. I've dealt with swelling in my legs a lot since giving birth last year. I've spent the last year working on getting my swelling down with great results, but since blasting consistently this month, I've noticed the swelling decreased further, and I actually had to toss some socks that no longer fit because they had stretched out so much and they were starting to fall off. Huge win.
Huge
Yes,
win. Also,
Sunny.
I mean, if you get also a rebounder, I think you will also notice a difference. If that's a possibility for you, I think it will work great.
Erin, hello, Erin.
Erin, hello.
Good to see you.
Welcome.
Carrie.
Hello, Carrie.
For some of those that maybe we'll ask if you're still here, Erin and Carrie. We'll talk about in just a moment because we've had people asking about the membership. these are just what I'm seeing right now. Maybe there's more that are connected, but Aaron and Carrie have been involved. Carrie from the very beginning. Aaron, I think too. Yeah, actually both from the absolute very beginning. So they can 4 years ago. So they can definitely answer some questions. Amy's in the membership as well. Hello, Amy. And we've got Kathy. Hi again. I live outside the Chicago area and the sky has been gray for what feels like a month. Sitting outside is not an option right now, but I am wondering your thoughts on taking a vitamin D supplement.
We have the neighbor really loud, so if you hear screams, we have a really loud neighbor. Yes, I mean, if you are already thinking about it, follow your instinct. I mean, if you're already, those thoughts are coming over, maybe I should take vitamin D, that's for you. So listen to your intuition.
Hello, Amy. Carrie says, put some mango magic on it. The cannabinoids are higher than the actual cannabis plant. It releases the feel-good endorphins in your skin.
I am putting it, yes.
I love that. I love the mango, the magic mango.
See,
mango magic. Sorry.
Yes, we're using it a lot, and it's a relief. The thing is that this is a constant thing. It's like all day, wind blowing, all days, the little hairs coming. So we treat with the cream, but the cause is there all the time. So it's insane.
So usually it lasts about a month, and by another month or so, maybe a little bit less, the winds keep going, they all fly away, and then no more itchy. So it's good medicine. Melanie, hello. Karen Lewis,
hello,
in the house as well.
So we have a few questions. Do you want to go there, or
you can go first because I've got.
So we can answer one. So somebody was asking me about the ozone machine, and I've also put it in the link of today's thread, day 31st. Some of the recommended products that we love. Some of you have asked us along the process about certain specific things. So we just copy paste all the list. So in there we do have like the ozone machine, we have earthing products, we have an amethyst biomat, we have the Carrie and Airing products, and we have other superhuman, etc. You can check it out. And the thing with the ozone machine is we have one. We use it a lot, or we were talking about specifically in this last conversation we had. I think that's why it sparked some interest.
Last week?
Yeah, it was about using it for cleaning your vegetables. So that's one of the many uses you can use it for, because the ozonized water that you can prepare actually cleans and eliminates all microorganisms or bacteria or parasites that can be in your vegetables. So for us, it's important to reduce the maximum amount of products, like chemicals, especially to clean not only our house, but also to clean what we eat. So we're very picky with those things, so we use an ozone machine. Now, this is like the most simple use, I would say, because this type of machines, what you do is actually for home use. There are also professional kits, but these are for home use. And this is mainly for Siwu. Don't get scared, but this is what you use it for. You use for intrarectal use of ozone. So this has been proven, and there's many studies about the benefits of anti-inflammatory effects that this has, like really high in the scale.
You were mentioning the other day that some studies have shown that it can be even higher than vitamin C IVs.
Some professionals, like doctors that use it in their consult, in the practice, some of them prefer that to vitamin C IVs, for example. And they have less. I mean, it's really weird that somebody will react negatively to vitamin C. It's like extremely, extremely, extremely odd. But with the ozone, you won't have any problems. Ozone can be also used, like for example, this type of machines. You can use it for, like with a special stethoscope, for ear problems, migraines, and jaw, all these head area problems where there's application inside the ears. You can also use intravaginal for rejuvenation of your genitals, intrarectal for absorption via colon of the ozone, so it is like really, really anti-inflammatory. There's also a cup, like similar to cupping system, where you just apply the ozone. So that's what you use it for. Plus, of course, the ozonized water, and this is one of the things we use it for. So, highly recommend getting one if you're like, I mean, into this type of things, and if you like to start reading more about it. You receive a guide when you purchase it, how to use it, what to do, what not to do. So, like that.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. I think
Okay.
I think that's
Perfect.
regarding that.
Next on the list, what do we have?
We have questions about sun gazing.
Okay. So, clarification. I don't remember the specific day that was when we talked about getting sunlight in our eyes. We weren't specifically saying go out and stare at the sun. Actually, if you listen to the video, we mentioned common sense, you're not staring at the sun. What it is if you're outside, just naturally, the sun is going to enter your eyes if you're not, of course, in the shade or like just completely covered up. So the idea is in the early mornings, if the sun is just rising, great. If it's within the first couple of hours and it's not really high and it's not super intense, those rays are shown to be incredibly beneficial of getting in your eyes. And like I said, I'm not saying stare at the sun. It's just you're outside, I'm looking this way, and the sun is over here and it's still entering the side of my eyes. Okay,
So disclaimer.
we're not looking at the sun.
No, this is like when you go to see the sunset or the sunrise type of thing. That is highly beneficial. But the idea with the eye topic that we were mentioning, and that is also mentioned in the book, is how important it is to look as far as you can. Like this strengthens different muscles of our eyes, and because of the lifestyle we have, where we have our phone and we have the computer and everything's in the car or in the house, we don't have the same necessity to stare or to look really, really, really far away, to look
Long
for
distance, in the distance, far away.
because it's not that common that you're looking for the messenger coming from the other town, or the animals that you're going to hunt or sheep, or ¿cómo se dice? Pastorear. Shepherd, or we're not doing that anymore as humans, and we've lost some of those capacities. So that's the idea, that you train your eyes, and whenever you are in a place where you can really see, like in the distance, just do that and pay attention to the details, or as much of the details of
trying to zoom in and try and get really, really tight on things that are off in the distance and get the details. So you're working different muscles in your eyes, and that's the point. Sophie says hello.
We have Sophie here today as well.
Okay. Next, what else do we have on the list?
So, also, somebody was asking if I want to blast my knees with my pants on. I've heard that you're not supposed to blast through clothes. Why not? It is harmful to blast through clothes, or it's just not as effective. I would say both, because number one, the claws need to be in the skin, to have like a full-on effect. If you put a layer on top and a layer on top, or I don't know, if it's a thick layer, a jeans, or you name it, that's an extra layer that it's gonna be
prohibiting for it to get deep where the studies have shown and the results that the studies have shown from blasting directly on the skin.
so maybe it's a thin layer, and maybe there are special circumstances where you can do that, because there's, you can try to think about it. But if you put everything in a basket and think about how many possibilities type of materials and clothes that people use, it's better to say do not use any layer, just use it in your skin directly to have the maximum benefits. Number two reason is, I would say, depends on the clothes you're wearing, because most of our current fabrics are toxic. So you don't want to blast over a polyester yoga pant, because normally they have cotton and polyester or artificial fibers that, that's what people use nowadays. They don't normally use organic cotton. They are not necessarily using hemp or bamboo pants or linen or in organic fibers. So imagine you're blasting with a toxic fiber, like all that is spreading all over your skin. No, not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea.
And then also Donna asked, I'm interested in more sound therapy sessions. Do you have more sound therapy sessions online? So 2 answers to that. In this group, you have the replays of the sessions that we've done. And in the membership, that's one of the bonuses. Every week we set out a day, and the whole idea is to help everybody downshift, get out of the fight or flight, get out of the do, have a chance to rest, relax, reduce stress levels. So every week we'll do a session in the membership, in our private group. I would say 80 to 90% are sound sessions, and then the other 10 or 20% we do some sort of breath work or other type of exercise that also are incredibly powerful in calming the nervous system.
So yes, we do have more. And also during the retreat, we are going to do every night sound sessions. So if you can make it to Costa Rica, it will be really nice that you can experience them directly, because it's a little different.
We'll have, actually this is a small one. We've got 2 other bigger ones and 2 this size. So we'll have 4 big gongs in person, so you can actually feel.
So that's part of the retreat, not just the detox you're going to, your body's gonna be going through, but also the sound healing sessions that you're able to receive live every night to support you in this detox process.
I don't know if we said hello to Karen already. Karen Lewis. Carrie Suvardi says, definitely no chemicals. All right. Melissa, you piqued my interest regarding the ozone therapy. Thank you.
Yes, check it out. It's really, really interesting, really nice to have one of those home. I know it's an investment, but it's an investment on your health.
And Suzanne, hello, Suzanne Jimenez. Good to see you. How's your shoulders doing? Have you been hanging? How's that been going? And Nancy.
Nancy, good to see you.
So Nancy and Suzanne are also part of the membership.
Thank you for being here.
So again, if there's any questions as we talk a little bit more and answer some of the questions that have come in, they can also chime in and give you their experience with the membership. So Deb says, I wondered the same thing for the blasting in the sauna. I was thinking about it, but it seems like as you're sweating and the pores are open, the toxins are coming up. If you're blasting, would it be rubbing them back in?
No, because you're constantly sweating. Like if you stop and you get into a cooler space, then the sweating stops. So you're not gonna continue to eliminate toxins. This is like opening the faucet and allowing the water to come out, and as long as it's coming out, you're blasting. Something like that. When you close the faucet, it wouldn't apply in this case, but when you go back to normal temperature, then yes, there can be absorption of those toxins, and you don't want that. However, if you're in the sauna and the skin keeps eliminating.
Now, we're not the world leaders in fascia and fascia blasting. However, just from hanging out with Ashley and Jordy, ideally, like their go-to is blasting in the sauna.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't, or if they don't have time to get in the sauna and they only have 5 minutes, so be it. They'll get some oil and they'll blast. So, but ideally, like in a perfect world, they're blasting in a sauna.
Mm-hmm.
So if Ashley's doing it in a sauna, I'm pretty sure she's done the science, she's done the research, not just on her own personal experience, but she's gone deep with it. So I think you're in good hands there.
And there's also another side of the story that it's important to see, because thinking about the ancient baths that they're all over the world, the different types of steaming baths, sweat lodges, saunas that long time ago people were using, they were also being used as ways of not showering, but let's use that word, like really cleaning yourself, because maybe there was no availability of a lot of water or running water for people to shower or to be in the river, for example.
Way too cold as well. Because I sorry to interrupt, but Segway and Carrie in Alaska, like they're telling us about that's how the community
Exactly.
went in and cleansed.
So depending on the circumstances, but it doesn't matter the culture. Everybody has, or all over the world, there are steaming baths type of sauna facilities or structures, and this is how you wash. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it. Wash or clean your body, and they don't have the possibility of showering afterwards. Okay, we were talking about different lifestyles back then, of course. However, the elimination of toxins also happened, and it was not that. I mean, the cleaning part was more heavy, more important than the absorption of toxins at the moment, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Did I explain that right in English?
Yep. So Jill says the biggest concern I have, the biggest concern I have experienced with sauna and blasting is possibly
Síncope, desmayo.
make sure you have electrolytes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course you have to do it with common sense. If you already have a debilitating disbalance in your body, or some sort of sickness, of course the body is going to be more vulnerable, and it would not stand the heat as long or as hot as it can be. So you have to be really, really mindful. And also, that's a really good point, especially if you tend to not hydrate properly during the day, which happens. I read a study that people, la gente que más edad tiene,
The older, in the study, the older the population, or the older the people in the study group were, the more
less water people drink.
the more dehydrated they were.
Yes, so it's a really, really common thing in ancianos o adultos mayores,
In senior citizens.
to be chronically dehydrated. So, I mean, I don't know if this is your particular case. Everybody here, I'm talking to everybody here, but you have to hydrate properly before getting into a sauna, before and after.
Sure. Hello, Diana. Right on time. Awesome. All right.
So I have those questions. Let's see. So that was the other one. Again, do you watch the sunrise every day? I think sun gazing we already clarified. And all right, yeah, we have all those covered.
Perfect. So again, Lau,
No, I know what you're gonna say.
what am I gonna say?
This is gonna go wherever. No.
No,
Wherever you
no,
want.
Lau, that's not what I was gonna say.
I
I was gonna say this 30-day, 31-day Great Reset is over, but it's just the beginning. Again, we totally understand. Like, when we were hanging out with Ashley and talking and brainstorming, and after we read through the book, and or in our case, we actually listened to it, we're like, wow, we could do a full 30 days just on one chapter. Like, that's how deep we could go. So we know a lot of you may have felt, we've said this a lot now, that you're like, okay, I want to make a change, but instead of getting a sip of water, you're getting blasted with a fire hose. So we totally understand. And a lot of you have been asking, okay, so, you know, to continue, what's the membership like? What's that involved? What's that all about? And again, I think some of the sisters here, and there's more that are joining now, Diana, Suzanne, and some of the others that we mentioned earlier, they could probably give you a much better, or at least their personal experience with it. But some of the things that we see is it's a place, number one, where people can get support. There's people that have been in your shoes, and everybody's in different seasons and they're on different paths, but we're all walking in the same direction, right? So there's people that have been in your shoes, so there's incredible support. Lau and I have been in some very interesting paths in detoxing, in just changing our lifestyles on many different levels, and those are some of the main things that we share and that we go over, and we take it slower, where we can take bite sizes and digest it and test it and assimilate it and integrate it into our lives. And then what else, Lau? We have chances, like I said, with the sound journeys every week. We have a space where we can calm the nervous system. Every single week we set an hour aside just like this, and you take the conversation wherever you want it to go. We answer questions. Maybe it's about the weekly mission. Maybe it's about things we've done in the past. Maybe it's about something we've never even talked about in the group. But we're there for you every week to help and support. Some other things that you want to
I think
add?
I mean, what do you have to lose, really? I feel that people that is really committed to true health and to holistic healing and to take responsibility for your own health, this is a great place. It's not about losing weight. It's not about, I don't know.
It's not a diet.
It's not a diet. It's not about taking your supplements and forget about everything else. It's not about just work out and get fit. It's about really holistic health. And we navigate through different topics during the month and during the year, because we understand that health is not just about what you eat. It's also about what you think. It's also about what you feel. It's also about your family relationships. It's about money. It's about spirituality. Everything is connected. It's like a spider web, where if one thing is out of balance, it will influence the other things. So this is why we go through all these topics, and you have a foundation on how to eat properly, healthy recipes. Like, if that's the main concern, we got you covered. But I would say this is because you're looking for a change, but you don't have a support system back home, or maybe with your friends are in same as always. Maybe your family members are very comfortable in the way, you know, they're navigating life, even though it's not the healthiest. But you know that these things cannot continue. You know that something has to change for your health, for the greater good of your family, but you don't know where to start or how to do it, or even how to find support. So in this type of membership that we offer, this is the space where you find support. This is the space where you find strength, because maybe you're not gonna find it back home. This is the place where all these sisters that have been navigating and walking in your shoes, and they have the experience of having these challenges, they will also guide you in this process. It's not just about me and Jerad, it's about the full sisterhood supporting guiding, helping, motivating, inspiring, because it is easy. It's not easy sometimes to take a leap of faith or to change, but you know that you have to do it. Otherwise, you know that it's not gonna look good in the future. So I think that's the most important thing.
This is a beautiful conversation we had with somebody that came down the last detox retreat, and it resonated with us so much. And because we just went back to the States a couple of months ago, and it was so true. It rings so true. And she was saying, like, man, I go, like, my circle, everybody my age, and she was over 60. And she's like, everybody my age, like, all they do when they get together is just complain about how aging sucks. And they complain about this, complain about that, like all these complaints. And she's like, aging doesn't have to suck. It doesn't have to, I don't believe that has to be. Like, we don't either, and we've experienced it. And a lot of the sisters in the sisterhood are experiencing that as well, that you can actually age vibrantly as opposed to painfully. And just going back to a comment that you mentioned, talked about a lot of things like eating, spirituality, all these things. Lau and I don't know what's best for you. So we have some guidelines that we suggest, like, hey, if you want to eat this, eat that, whatever, that's fine. Maybe your body needs that and only you know what you need. But if you're going to eat or do certain things, this is the best way to go about that. Like, these are the best products. Search and find these types of things. And also when it comes to spirituality, we totally understand people are on edge a little bit, and we're not talking about religion. Only you can define what's your spirituality. So if that's religion, if that's a certain, that's awesome. That's fine. Like, whatever that is, what we talk about isn't a religion. It's actually not even a...
It's just for you to deepen your relationship with
There you go.
the divine in whatever form you accept it, or in whatever way you relate to that.
Thank you.
So, just to give an example, I mean, if you like to eat keto, you're welcome in the group, and we will guide you in the best way of doing it. If you like to eat vegan, we will guide you in the best way possible. If you like to eat paleo, we will guide you in the best way possible. So it's about whatever your path, we will give you guidelines or suggestions. Hey, we've seen this with this type of diet, we've seen this, and we don't necessarily recommend this because of this. But you can, anybody with any type of food, food journey can benefit from going into the details of doing it the best way and the healthiest way possible.
Absolutely.
So I think that's like an example.
Yeah. And just so we'll catch up on some of the comments from some of the actual members. Diana, thank you. Actually...
Dates for the next liver retreat. I'm assuming you're referring to the detox retreat?
The detox retreat in May. We got May
4th to the 11th.
Yeah. Suzanne, also a member. If you want to get a pathway to a holistic lifestyle, this will change your life. Suzanne's been in since the very beginning. She says, not just holistic, got weekly sound bath, the breath work, some woo-woo, simple assignments, life-changing. Thank you, Suzanne. And also, so messages just bumped. Okay. Here we go, Diana. I've been in for 4 years. I love these challenges because I always pick up something I wasn't ready for from the group. Now I'm ready to hear, change, implement this diet I knew, but didn't choose to do it at the time, if that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense, Diana. Suzanne also says, no longer use over-the-counter products. I make my own skincare, cleaning, plastics, going away, loving my weeds. Beautiful.
Even Sue Farm is living the holistic lifestyle, of course. Some of you know I'm a vet, so the holistic vet advices are always part of the membership as well.
I love this, Diana. This is awesome. And I'll do my best to pronounce this properly. So Diana says, so the membership, it's like a fine tailored, haute couture outfit that you design. Choose your fabric and embellishments. Then you start your stuff proudly and unapologetically. Oh, the power! That's awesome.
That's really nice. I want a
That's awesome.
screenshot of that.
We will. Let's
come on.
see here. Courtney, yes, we can feel amazing as we age. Absolutely. Suzanne, aging. I'm not aging. I'm a tree. I'm growing. Beautiful. That's a powerful,
See.
that's a very powerful mind shift or frame shift. No judgments in the community. Absolutely. Hey, Wendy.
Hello,
Awesome.
Wendy.
Good to see you, Wendy. Hope
Good
all
to
is well.
see
Happy New Year.
you. Are you coming? You coming anytime soon?
Yeah. April says all these connections, definitely a divine aspect. Love it.
So that's it. That's a really short explanation about what Wellness Academy is. And I also have a video, I don't know if we sent that yet, of how to navigate the platform so you can have like a peek of what it feels to be inside of the membership, how it feels to be inside of the platform and what you have access to.
So, absolutely, Diana. That's another one for a t-shirt for sure. So, Lau, you mentioned something along the lines of, as you know, I'm a vet. So there's some people, because we've seen that the group has grown, so there was like, I don't know, an extra 1,000 or 2,000 people that have joined this year. Maybe if you could take a quick moment and let people know like our journey and why and how we got to this place and why in the heck we decided to test all these things, and that led us to where we are now and sharing all of the things that we've tested and gone through.
Okay. All right, let me recap. Yeah, maybe some of you heard this before many times, so if you're hearing this for the 100th time, I'm sorry. But for the new people, I'm originally, I studied veterinary medicine. I finished my school. I opened up a lab because I study clinical pathology, and that's diagnostic testing. So pretty much I was behind scenes for some time. I had my own business, and that's what I started getting sick. There was a lot of things happening, of course, stress related and emotional related, and a lot of, I was exposed to a lot of toxins as well as part of working in a lab. I was exposed to a lot of things, a lot of chemicals that I wasn't really paying attention to. I thought it was okay, it was normal. So I had to stop, close my business, and then I had a really difficult time after that. It's like, it felt like death, because when you are not supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you don't know what to do with your life, then you have all these overwhelming feelings of dying and overwhelming feelings of anxiety and depression, of thinking that your identity as something no longer fits you, and then you don't know, it's very unknown in the future. So long story short, as I studied in the Western medical system, I did everything I could to heal myself, to understand what was going on, but there was no answers. So I had to go into the holistic route, and I test many things, many programs, many protocols, everything you can imagine. End up studying holistic health coaching. So I am a INN ambassador. So that's where I got my health coaching degree. And now I'm here with all of you, sharing all the benefits, everything I learned in the journey, what worked, what didn't work that well, and all the modalities, so you can heal yourself. And hopefully I'm able to explain in the most simple way all this scientific data, scientific information, scientific studies, medical articles that I'm constantly researching. I have the capacity, I think, to explain to all of you, like, in the most simple way so you can really understand, because I feel that understanding what's happening with your health, with your body, is self-empowerment. And it's not fair. I mean, I was not getting answers being in the medical field, which was very frustrating. I cannot imagine what it feels to not have a understanding in medical concepts and getting sick and just going to the doctor's office and, you know, not having explanations, not having a true understanding of what's going on, not understanding what are you taking, what type of meds they are, what are you going to do with this procedure, why. And that's when I saw how difficult it was for people to really empower themselves, and especially empower themselves in a good way and work as a team with your doctor, instead of feeling like you're one step down and you have to say yes to everything a doctor is saying. And I realized that's not the way. You have to have a basic knowledge for, you know, really thriving in health. Otherwise, people's gonna tell you do this and you're gonna go and do it, do that and you're gonna go and do it, and you don't really know what are you putting in your body, what are you really consuming, the effects of medications. Like, and it's not that we, like doctors, we have a bad, it's not that we're coming from a bad place, I would say, is that we study and we know what the system gives us, and that's it. And there's no nutrition involved, there's no holistic living in the medical teachings. It's all about pharmaceuticals. It's all about correcting or covering the symptom. It's not about really treating the cause. And I can say this because it's the same in animal medicine. It's we're not trained to see. I mean, we want people to heal the root cause, but if we don't have a full understanding of the holistic perspective of what having a body entails, you know, then we're not really gonna get to the root cause of it. So this is the group for you to question, for you to empower yourself, for you to read, see, understand, and you can step into the doctor's office with confidence if that's what's happening, and to ask the right questions, and to feel that you have the right to know, you have the right to receive those answers because you understand, because you know what you're talking about.
Wow.
So I'm coming from that place.
And just to tie that together, like to explain just this last month with the Great Reset. So some of you may resonate or not resonate. Like, well, Lau, I don't have anxiety or depression, so maybe the things you've done, maybe they won't affect me. But if we look at everything we learned with the Great Reset in this book, there's only one illness, which is malfunctioning cells. So all of these things that we've tested, they help either detox or bring nutrition to those cells. So it's all about promoting cellular health. And it's been absolutely amazing. And actually during this time, people started to ask us, hey, what are you doing? How does this work? And before you knew it, people were then making some very small changes, and they were having just absolutely amazing results with some of their issues. And then it just, again, one thing led to another. Long story short, we met Ashley, and now we've been here for the since 2020 in the New Year, New You. So
and
it's been a lot of fun.
Maybe just to add an example, I don't know why this came today, but this is what came today. It's coming. But sometimes it's not for you. Maybe you're healthy and you know what you're doing and you're in a really good position, but maybe joining this membership is not necessarily for you. Maybe it's for somebody else in your family. Maybe joining this tribe will give you a different perspective of many things in life for you to help somebody else, for you to support somebody else. And what I'm saying is, I don't know if this resonates with any of you, but imagine how frustrating it is for me when I hear that, for example, my dad went to the doctor for X or Y and Z, whatever, and it seems like there's no understanding from his end of what's going on and why are they sending this diagnostic test or why he's gonna take these pills. So when he comes back and tells me, and I ask all these questions like that, and why is this like this, and what is this for, and he cannot answer anything. It's like, I mean, you went to the office to do what? To receive orders? Or to understand what's going on in your body with your help and the help of the doctor. That's why I feel it's a teamwork. And in many circumstances, even myself as a patient, I've felt belittled. And I don't think that's fair for anybody. It's not correct. It's not right. I know that there's amazing doctors out there, because I know a few that are absolutely amazing and that I love, and some of them are my friends. But it's not, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the rule. The rule is the opposite. So imagine how frustrating it is, my family members not being empowered or confident to ask simple questions and just receive orders without really knowing what's going on. So I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for you. What I can say is, if you come with an open mind and with an open heart, ready to learn, ready to question, ready to experience yourself, you're not gonna regret. But only if you do the work. You know, if you don't do anything, then nothing's gonna happen. If you want to come, and my invitation is, do the work. So you have experience, you know, really the experience and the power of your experience of, yes, I did this and this didn't work, or I did this and it changed my life. But only if you have experience, or you choose to experience and to test, right? So I don't know, maybe this will resonate with some of you.
It'll resonate with the ones that it's supposed to resonate with, right?
Yeah.
It's how it always is. So let's catch up on some of the comments here.
Estamos por aquí.
Wendy, okay. April, Diana, yes, another t-shirt. T-shirt happening in these comments again. Black sheep.
See, we're totally black sheep. So if you don't want to be a black sheep, I don't know. To be honest, you have to be a black sheep in some way, a little bit of a rebel spirit to be part of this group.
A little bit of maybe one of the weird ones, the one that's thinking different, looking at things from a different aspect or different point of view, for sure. Kathy, thank you for sharing all your knowledge. Thanks for being here, Kathy. Catherine says, spot on. My own personal trauma was made 100% worse by Western medicine's treatment of anything that wasn't visible. I have good insurance as a teacher, but I now intend to go to the doctor as little as possible in my future. Maddening. Holistic is the OG medicine, by our society calls it. Woo-hoo.
Maddening.
Right?
I know.
And then
it's really sad.
Kathy also says, wow, Lau, your story is exactly where I am at now. I've been a hairstylist for 37 years. Wow. Surrounded by chemicals and stress, anxiety. Daily, I think about leaving this career as I feel my body is breaking down, but the thought of giving up what my identity has always been is so scary. But I have to do something. So, Kathy, can we bring some awareness to your words? Just that last sentence. I have to do something, or I choose to do something. Which one feels more empowering?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I know you can do it. I mean, whether it's your health or, you always choose between health or sickness, and it is scary, but sometimes we have to go through that death and rebirth in order for us to really expand and grow. So we got you. We got you. If you choose to continue with us, we will hold your hand and we'll be ready for you.
And Suzanne says, I've been in the membership for 4 years and my growth is beyond my expectations.
I know Susan is somebody, is a completely different person.
I've expanded to woo-woo modalities and plant medicines, become a Reiki practitioner, and now Ho'oponopono. It's been a challenge to do the work and become my magical Viking self. Jerad and Lau changed my life.
Well, you changed your own life.
You did, yes.
I want to give you back the power because we were just here with all this information and you decided to do something about it.
The best we can do is lead by example, test these things, do these things, lead people to water, but it's up to everybody to drink.
So, yeah, congratulations for you.
Absolutely. It's been so fun. So fun. Wow.
So, Ligia, thank you for this great January with a lot of knowledge. Both of you give us. Definitely now we have a lot of information how to have a better, healthy life. Thank you.
Gracias. April.
Yes.
I'm definitely feeling rebellious with this new knowledge. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, I hope so. I really hope so. I hope that this stir a little bit of something inside of you.
Shook something up.
Yes, exactly.
In a good way.
In a good way, because
or maybe a super uncomfortable way, but either way
it's good. We have to be uncomfortable to move, otherwise we will never move. And keep reading the book, please. Just keep reading the book. Also, everybody, a good reminder.
Kathy says, yes, I choose to do something.
Okay.
Beautiful. Jennifer, the Great Reset Facebook group will still be open for us to refer back to. Yes, absolutely, Jennifer. It's been a great month. Thanks for all of your expertise and guidance.
Of course.
Thanks for being here.
And also, just want to add, because that's a great point, we have information here since 2020. And every year it changes the name. So back then was Food School, then it was Holistic Health, and then it was detox, and then it was... So if from here to 3 years, nobody remembered that joined the Great Reset. You join, all of you join because you choose to join. We don't know you, most of you. So if you're here and listening to us and being tagged, as Facebook already offered everybody's tagging everybody, is because you decided to join. So remember this day. Remember us at least.
And absolutely, huge thank you to Ashley.
For bringing everything, of
amazing.
course.
So awesome to hang out with her. And thank you, Ashley. Amy says, yes, I love the woo-woo black sheep. This has been life-changing 4 years of my life. Thanks to this community of sisters. Lau and Jerad are so special to us.
Thank you, Amy.
And actually, so thinking about that, so we had Renee was a New Year, New You grand prize winner. Carrie Suvardi, grand prize winner. Amy Tuttle, grand prize winner. Tracy was one of the grand prize winners as well. So I think just there alone, we have 4 members that were grand prize winners of the New Year, New You. Absolutely amazing.
So here we are.
Nancy!
I must be in 100 groups, but this is my number 1. I have learned so much. I am worth it to be here.
Yes.
I love you all so much. I might always be here or join the lives, but there's not a day that doesn't go by without me thinking of this group and all of you. Everything I have learned and practiced daily, I am forever grateful.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Nancy.
Thank you.
So Suzanne says, true, true, true. Deb, you are not your identity. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
I am, I be.
Sometimes you learn that in a really interesting way until you are okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, you are okay with whatever, you know? With whatever.
Diana says, the Wellness Academy is one of my best pandemic outcomes.
So ladies,
Absolutely.
1 hour has been, and
Yes.
we officially want to welcome you to join Wellness Academy. That's our membership. And we officially want to welcome you to join our detox retreat in Costa Rica in March. You have all the information in today's Facebook thread. I'm sure that if you come, you won't regret it. If you join and you do the work, you won't regret it either. So if you want to continue, here we are. Thank you for this amazing month. And we will be also Friday for final questions in relation to this program, or if anybody wants to continue, have more information, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So fill out your forms, fill out the things that Ashley asks for. You may be surprised. You may be the grand prize winner.
You may be the winner. We might see you in March.
Well, we'll see one of you for sure. So, but yeah, definitely keep on keeping on. You have any questions? Think of them. Come hang out with us on Friday. We'll hang out with you again, and we'll have some fun. And in the meantime,
keep
on keeping on.
Calling all the black sheep around, calling them.
So Nancy's replying to Diana about the wellness thing. It's so true. I would walk and listen to the lives, and this group helped me out of my pandemic depression. Thank you, Nancy. And Danny, hello from Georgia. Awesome. All right.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, and watching the replay. We'll
We're here.
chat soon.
We're here if you need anything, and we'll chat soon. Ciao for now.
Ciao.